good, Cowboy Nation? You're here with Jason Sibley with Repping the Star. Another Dallas Cowboy wins. The Cowboys defeated the Panthers 33 to 10. If you remember my episode earlier this week, I projected it was going to be about 35 to 7, almost there, give or take a point or two. But what are we hearing right now? It seems like after a game or a blowout on last weekend, make no mistake about this. This was a blowout. But at the same token, I think that because there were not that many highlight plays, there wasn't those spectacular things going on in the game that a lot of fans are like, oh, it was an ugly win. I don't really necessarily say it was an ugly win. I say you went out there, you accomplished what you wanted to go out there and do, and that's to get the victory. If you think that every single game is going to be like the Giants game, I'm sorry. You might as well stop right now because I'm going to tell you, as we get closer into December and further into December, it is not going to look like that. You take these victories and move forward. So I knew automatically that it was not going to be a game like the Giants game. That was, that I mean, I actually thought the Giants would actually compete more than they did, but I knew against the Panthers that that you're playing in my opinion, a better team than what the Giants offered, and it's not a shade against the Giants. I just feel like with the injuries and playing backups and things like that sort, you weren't going to see the same type of game. Panthers play a whole completely different defense. You saw in the Giants game, they played a lot more man, but with the Panthers, they play a lot of zone. So they want to keep the play in front of them. They trying to avoid having those spectacular long plays down the field. They really want to keep it right in front of them. So you are going to see a little difference. Dak did not light it up in the way that we saw over 400 and something yards. He didn't even make 200 yards this game, but he threw for 2 touchdowns. He did not fumble the ball. He did not throw an interception. So you have to say, hey, you know what? You played a clean game. And at some point, you almost have to just give credit for actually just winning the game. That's what it's all about. You on the road, you won the game. I love to see that the run game actually kind of took effect. Tony Pollard with that angry run. I mean, that's the Tony Pollard we used to seeing. So in my opinion, I feel like it was the run game and the offensive line as perfect as it needs to be. No, it wasn't. But you're seeing some progress. Tyron Smith, I don't know what's going on where it seems like with him not practicing in the week, he comes out and plays these crazy games. He played a wonderful game. Tyler Smith played a good game as well. Terrence Steele also played a great game. CD Lamb got another TD, but he also made I want to say he's right up under Michael Irvin for the fastest players on the franchise to get to 1,000 yards. So CD Lamb, congratulations reaching your 1,000 yard season. I felt like there was a lot of Schoonmaker with that touchdown at the beginning of the game. There's so many great plays, but if you are thinking that every single game, if matter of fact, if we treating this like fantasy football, then okay, then maybe you're a little upset. But if you saying, hey, you know what, at the end of the day, we just happy to get a win, that's where we at. So Cowboys have a very short week. We have bringing in the Commanders at home on Thanksgiving. So for us to come out of this game without any significant injuries and give a cushion to our record is a beautiful win. I will say before I end this, I was really happy to hear that Jerry Jones announced. I thought it was a little disrespectful for them to sit there and announce this at the beginning of the game or right before the game started in somebody else's field. Mind you, he could have waited until Thanksgiving, but maybe it was because the conflicts and schedules and things like that. But they did announce that Jimmy Johnson is going into the Cowboys Ring of Honor, and I feel like this was something as long overdue that this man made it to the Hall of Fame before he made it to the Cowboys Ring of Honor. So I feel like Jerry Jones is making something right in this situation. So I'm glad to see that Jimmy Johnson is going to get that honor. I believe it's on December 30th. So really good there. It's all good feels right now. There's nothing negative to come out of this game. I think that we played a good game. When the defense comes out with 7 sacks in one game, when you see Bland with another pick six, I mean, you can't complain if it's not the most beautiful, most elaborate kind of win. You just take the win. So at the end of the day, Cowboys win today. We got a big game against a divisional rival coming this Thanksgiving against the Commanders. I'll be with y'all this week, a short week, to go over a little previews of that game. Again, the competition is going to keep getting more and more difficult as we progress into the December month. So if I say take these wins right now, because you're really going to have to work harder and harder each week. Not to say that just scuff past the Panthers and the Giants. Those, if you play an NFL team, you play a good team in some retrospect. We don't play the records, but at the same token, I think that when we have the Commanders coming up next, and then the following week we have the Seattle Seahawks, things are, and then the Eagles again, things are about to get a little more difficult. So take these moments. I didn't like that they ran a lot of, the Wildcat and everything. Let's not get too cute. I understand maybe you trying some stuff right now just to see if it works, but at the same token, just take your win, do what works for you, save all that stuff for maybe practice. But I really wasn't feeling the Wildcat, but at the end of the day, I'm glad to see the Cowboys won. Let's go get them again. Hey, if I don't see y'all again until Thanksgiving, well, no, I'll see y'all before Thanksgiving. But if I do not catch you, then I just wanted to say happy Thanksgiving. Have y'all, hopefully y'all have a happy and blessed holiday. I'll see y'all until next time. We'll be previewing the Dallas Cowboys Washington game on Thanksgiving, AT&T Stadium. Let's go, guys.